Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Scott Harvey Subaru to take a look at a 2022 Subaru WRX with the 6-speed manual. This particular WRX has been purchased and is currently owned, and the owner has allowed the channel access to do a review of this car, and I want to thank Scott Harvey Subaru for providing the location, and I would especially like to thank the owner of this car for allowing the channel access to the car for this review. WRX has been in the Subaru lineup for years and years and years, always on the Impreza platform. But for 2022, Subaru moved WRX off of the Impreza platform and onto its global platform. And so the feeling of WRX for 2022, there's some people that love what Subaru did, there's some people that really dislike what Subaru did, moving it away from the Impreza platform. So we're just going to take a walk around, review of the exterior, an interior review like normal, and we're going to take it out with a short drive with the owner and kind of go through how this car is put together and how it behaves in the real world. Right off the bat, love the blue. We have the big bulge on the hood with that cold air intake. We have the Subaru badge sitting up there all nice and proud. We have gloss black on the front grille, flat black on the bottom of the front grille, LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED fog lamps tucked over in the corner. It's got a really mean look to it on the front end. I think they did a nice job here on the front. All right, wheel and tire package on WRX. We have a nice gloss black, or maybe even charcoal gray, 18-inch wheel wrapped in 245 4018s, ventilated rotors, and 4-piston brake calipers. And I think this is a very attractive wheel setup. All right, coming down the side of the car, we have this flat black cladding around the wheel wells and along the bottom sill of the car and around the back of the wheel wells. And that's where some of the controversy on this styling on WRX for 2022 comes into play. Some people like that, some people don't like that. Let me know what you think in the comments about the styling of WRX for 2022, what you like, what you don't like. As we move on though, we are color matched on the side view mirrors here. We have color matched on the front and rear door handles. Up top, we're color matched on the shark fin antenna, and this particular WRX does not have a sunroof. All right, as we come to the back end of the WRX, we have a nice trunk lid spoiler that kicks up in the back. You have your Subaru badge up here. You have Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive on the left, WRX on the right. You have a lot of black plastic cladding on the rear bumper, and we do have dual exhaust LED tail lights as well. I like the style of the back. I think it looks really nice. And let's take a listen to the exhaust. I like it. Let me know what you think. All right, engine time. What we're looking at is a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder boxer engine mated to the 6-speed manual transmission, MPGs, 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined. And I would recommend using super unleaded gas in this if you want to get all of that 271 horsepower out of this beautiful looking engine. All right, we are now inside the 2022 WRX. And before we get involved with the interior review, how much does it cost? Well, the way this car is optioned with the 6-speed manual, you're looking at just around $32,000 MSRP. Let's see what you get. All right, starting with the foot box, we have a nice aluminum dead pedal, aluminum finish on the clutch, brake, and accelerator. We have the WRX all-season floor mats. And then on the seats, we have manual assist for the driver and for the passenger. And then we have a cloth interior with red cross stitch, which is very, very nice. The cloth interior, very soft. Very well done on the design, and the bolstering is really nice, not too stiff, but not too soft. To the door panel, we have nice soft touch material up top, this carbon fiber look around the door handle, silver door handles, flat black on the switchgear, flat black on the armrest, which is semi-soft. I think I would like to see some red cross stitch on the armrest to kind of fit in with the cross stitch on the seats. I think that would have been a nice touch. Now we move over to the dash. We have soft touch material up on the upper half. We have this brushed aluminum finish in the middle, which kind of breaks up all the black. And then we have our glove box down here, which is nice and large. Now we come to the Subaru Starlink head unit. This is a vertically mounted head unit. Integrated into the dash, which I like. We have our heat and air vents to either side. This is equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This particular one does not have a nav. That is a separate option from Subaru when you order the cars. It does have down here, as you can see, heated seats up front, but no ventilated seats. Overall, a very nice looking head unit. I like the way they have this integrated rather than just having that iPad style where it's just glued onto the dash. So nice job from Subaru. As we move down, as you can see, we have an aux jack, 2 USBs, a nice area here for some snacks or for some doodads, and it's rubberized so things won't slide around. We have the 6-speed manual Subaru shifter with nice red cross stitch on the gator, which I like. We have an old-fashioned emergency brake, which is cool. We have 2 cup holders, and then our Subaru key fob. Pretty standard key fob here, right? We have our lock. The Subaru logo is the unlock button, and then we have the trunk release panic button. But overall, pretty nice. But you know what? For WRX, I think I'd like to see WRX on the back or some other design to make it special, since this is a special car from Subaru. On the center armrest, very, very hard plastic, not soft at all. When you open it up, you have a place for storage and a 12-volt. To the steering wheel, we have a nice leather-wrapped steering wheel with red cross stitch around, which I think is nice. We have a nice WRX badge on the bottom with brushed aluminum on the outside, carbon fiber on the inside, very nicely done. The nice Subaru badge here in the middle. Would have liked to seen something else going on in here, maybe some red cross stitch, kind of brighten up the horn button. On the left, we have our controls for our phone and voice commands. And on the right, you have your controls for the cruise. On the left stalk here, you have your controls for your headlights and fog lights. And on the right stalk, you have your controls for your windshield wiper. Down below on the bottom here, you have your trunk release, traction control off, and to dim or brighten the dashboard. As we look at the dash, we have analog gauges for your speedometer and tachometer, as well as fuel level and coolant temperature. And then we have a small 4-inch display in the center for the rest of your information, miles per hour, odometer, average MPGs, and that kind of stuff. So overall, a nice setup, nice and plain, not too crazy, and I like that. All right, we are in the back of the WRX, and this driver's seat is set for my driving position, and I have plenty of knee room. I have plenty of head space, plenty of shoulder room. So a really nice place to be here in the back seat of the WRX. The rear door panel, kind of the same deal. We do have some hard plastic on top though, and for the back seat passengers, we have our silver door handle with that carbon fiber look around it, flat black on the switchgear, and a semi-soft armrest on the side here. So overall, I like the space and I like the comfort. As we look at the rear command center, we do have a spot here for 2 USBs, which is nice. But these blank switches are for the heated seats which in the rear, which this car doesn't have, and there's no vents back here for heat and air, so it can get a little bit stuffy back here if you're back here for a long time. Rear armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders, nothing special, but it gets the job done. All right, we're at the back of the WRX, going to take a look in the trunk. To do that, you just hit the button that's underneath the Subaru, and it pops up, and then we have some pretty nice space back here in the trunk for what you may need to put in here. There are no seat drops for the back seats in the back like there are on some of the other Subaru models, but overall comes with the all-weather floor cover, and overall a pretty nice space and a pretty wide opening. All right, so we are driving the WRX, and the first things first is I like how everything is really handy to me in the cockpit. The steering wheel has a very nice feel. I like the flat bottom. I like the 10 and 2 notches. Everything on the head unit is easy to reach, whether I want to change the temperature in the car, volume on the radio, or turn on my heated seats. The shifter is really nice. Some really nice short throws between the gears. Car revs out really well. Now this car, I'm not going to rev it out to the red line because it is a new car, and you do want to take it easy for the first, I believe, 600 miles, Subaru says. So we're going to do a short, enjoyable drive. I do have the owner in the car with me, Herman, and so Herman purchased this, how long ago, Herman?
Last week, sir.
Last week. All right. So what made you go with WRX opposed to something else?
Well, it's all started about 5 years ago when I seen the last generation WRX, and I was walking by it and I seen it on one of the dealer lots, and I'm like, I looked at it and it caught my heart the same moment, and I told myself, this is the only new car I would buy. And then as my journey began in the car sales, I got to actually work for a Subaru dealer, and I've been planning to buy this car since I've been working here. But the market was really tough, you know, with the COVID and everything. And when the opportunity came to me to purchase the car, I did it the same day on the spot.
All right, fantastic. Now this one has the base cloth interior, is that right?
So this is a premium trim. It's a little bit different. They call it premium upholstery. You will see a little bit of different upholstery on the sides, opposing to the base model upholstery. It's going to be all like in the middle. It's going to look all over the seat, same look. Here on the side, it's a little bit more sportier upholstery. Gotcha.
All right. So I like the visibility out of all sides of the car. It's got a nice big rear view mirror, nice big side view mirrors. So there's plenty of visibility. I really don't see any blind spots at all to speak of in this car. The steering is really nice and direct. As you can see, you point the car where you want it to go, and that's where it's going to go. The comfort is really nice. I expected this to be a little bit more hard on the ride, a little bit more firm, but it really has a nice, comfortable ride to it, which is probably the most surprising to me inside the car overall. Good pickup out of this 6-speed with the 271 horsepower. Certainly got plenty of horsepower in the car to get what you wanted to get done. And I'm impressed. The official color of this car is World Rally Blue. I had forgotten to mention that earlier. It's a WRX only color, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And nice handling. And I think it's very, very attractive on this particular car, the way it is set up. Shifting is nice and smooth. Subaru's done a really nice job with this 6-speed manual transmission. First time ever driving a WRX for me, Herman. I've seen them. I've always been attracted to what Subaru does with the WRX, but I've never had an opportunity to drive this. So I really want to thank you so much for allowing me to film the car and to drive it with you this morning. It's been a pleasure. So what would you guys do? You know, the WRX for 2022, like I mentioned earlier, a bit controversial in the styling, moving it from Impreza over to the global platform. So what do you guys think? Is WRX on your list? Are there other cars that you're cross-shopping it against? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about the styling, and let me know what you think about the value when you're buying WRX opposed to some of the other competitors. But I want to thank, special thanks to Herman for allowing the channel access to his beautiful 2022 WRX. It's much appreciated. I'd also like to thank Scott Harvey Subaru for making the location to film available for us this morning. And I would like to thank all of you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And please consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. We'll see you guys on the rebound. Take care, everybody. All right, that's a wrap.
That's good from the first try. We didn't have to re-record.